I think I'm safe enough, but you just never know, do you? I always have visions the ladder's going to go that way, and I've nothing to hold on to.
Exactly.
Or bee. I wonder if that's an Irish bee, because it's got a black bum.
No, he's French, he's got a wee beret on.
Ah. Everything around you has a rhythm, like a motor engine has a rhythm, birds calling has a rhythm, our bodies have a rhythm and a pulse. And there's colour all right. I love colour. And we have 2 apples. I've picked one already, a bumper crop of 3 apples. And I had no clue they were there. Isn't that sweet? You can see they're rather nice looking. Ah. Feel like the Queen. My name's Ruth Mann, and I live here in Loughlinstown in Dublin, where I've lived actually in this house for 40 years now. My parents both had a great appreciation of music. My mother saved so hard when she was newly married to buy a piano, which she did. She was so pleased she got a piano. So we all learnt the piano, and first week of school we were told when you've decided you can play either the violin, the viola or cello. I don't know what made him say it really, but my father said, "Oh, you could try the viola, dear." So that was that decided. And I signed up. And then when I was about 13, my teacher at the school said to my parents, "Ruth's very promising, she might do well to have a private lesson." So, yeah, went for private lessons, and I just took off from there. And I knew I loved it. The actual thing of having sound right under your ear and the vibrations of the strings. So I was in heaven. So private lessons were had. And that's when I was given my viola by a very kind ex-teacher at school who had had a stroke. She wrote to school, the headmistress, and said, "I hear Ruth Mann is promising on the viola. Would she like my viola?" It was a lovely old English instrument, 1792 it was made in. A work of art, actually. So that was lovely to have such a different experience to play on a real instrument as opposed to a factory-made thing. My father made, in 1972, he made a birthday card for William. See where I get my kind of quirkiness? Saying, "December the 4th, congratulations, William, from Chisholm," because that was our house name. We all called ourselves Chisholm. And he put the viola stave. We don't have a G clef like a violin or a bass clef. It's middle C is the middle line. So this is a lovely green silky scarf. And he put viola there and took a picture. So yeah, and then after I'd been to college in London, to the Guildhall School of Music and Drama, then I got a job in Belfast in 1972. So that was a steep learning curve, politics. And then I was there for 8 years and then moved to Dublin, 1980.
For a decade, the RTÉ Concert Orchestra has been a major part of the prom season in Dublin, with audiences travelling to the capital. Now, the orchestra is going to them.
Being in the concert orchestra here in Dublin, it was a great varied diet, as I put it. You weren't playing classical music all the time. We did light classical, opera, ballet, pop. When I first came, we used to do, somewhere over in the west, Castlebar. There was a music festival of singing there. That was when I first arrived, and that was a real land. But the river dance was wonderful. Very hard work. It was exciting. But the real excitement came on the night when you've got the audience there and you can feel it just changed, the whole thing. And when we'd finished, there was that second of silence and then wow, and everybody leapt up. And we thought, that went well. Good for Ireland, you know. We were proud of it. Ireland had put on a good show. All three are playing live. String players are renowned for pains because, let's face it, holding up an instrument like this is not exactly natural. And when you're doing it 6 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, it really takes its toll on a body. So for a long time, I just thought, oh, it's just you're getting old, you know, it's just... But then it got worse and worse and worse and more impossible. And then one day, I woke up and the neck wouldn't move, just impossible. So I had to ring up and say I wasn't going in. And that began going to surgeons and x-rays, and yes, not good, arthritis in the neck. Periods away from the instrument and from work, and then going back to work, and then within a few weeks it would seize up again. Ruth's off again, get a bit better, go back to work, and then a shorter period of time it would be, and I would seize up again. So the neck kept telling me, no, this isn't working. And luckily I had a very understanding doctor who goes to concerts and has an appreciation of music. And she just looked at me and said, Ruth, I don't think you can go on like this. And I just said, no. And I tried to go on. I thought when I stopped playing, I'd be able to play for pleasure. I'd played in a string trio with Sheila and Moya O'Grady for years. That was a little extra I did, and we'd go around the country. So all my working life, didn't do it in Belfast so much when I came down here. All my working life, I played chamber music as well. I suppose, in a way, chamber music is my great love. So when I had to stop playing in the orchestra, I thought, well, perhaps I can just, you know, play for 10 minutes or half an hour with the girls and still play chamber music. Soon discovered, after 5 minutes, I'd had it. Pain. And my doctor just looked at me one day and she said, you know, Ruth, you're going through a bereavement. I said, yeah, you're right. I hadn't thought of it that way. Like, I'd been playing the viola since I was 11. I was now 53. I'm playing for fun. I'm playing as a job. Sometimes the two went together. We had fun as well as playing at work. So that it was. Wasn't I fortunate that my doctor understood? When I left work, I had quite a bit of my body to sort out because I also had arthritis in my hips I hadn't realised fully. So the first thing that happened to me after leaving the orchestra was I had to get both hips replaced. I actually couldn't walk. If I went to the art gallery here with friends, I remember they hired or borrowed from the National Gallery a wheelchair. My friends pushed me around the art gallery looking at pictures. When I'd been in trouble with my hips, I'd rung up Arthritis Ireland in desperation. I thought, well, Arthritis Ireland, they must know something about it. And they were so kind and supportive there. After that, the self-management came about, Arthritis Ireland organised. I did that. I was one of the very first ones with that. And my life went from black to sunshine. I've never felt angry. Why did this happen to me? It's just one of those things. So my parents were very positive like that. I think the whole family, you don't have much choice, do you? Just get on with it. Life started a new phase in my life, which I must stress now, in retrospect, I can see. I learnt to do other things, or that I can do other things. You're sitting in an orchestra all your playing life, doing what you're told, the way you play it, and turn up here and blah, blah, blah. And suddenly I was able to do other things. You can bird watch on your local patch very easily. I do standing yoga. Then I was on the arthritis committee. The gardening I've always enjoyed. Good therapy, always. And then when I stopped work, I also wanted to be creative, so I took up watercolour painting. Looking back, it was good, in a way, because I learnt that I could do other things than just sit on a chair and be told when to play and what to play. So that was nice. It's broadened my horizons. Yeah, and in a good way. Learnt to do different things. There's still a lot to learn though. I'm Ruth Mann. I have osteoarthritis, but osteoarthritis does not have me.